judgment of me. I would have never mentioned the three-way call. I would have never mentioned any of this, but what people...
So he was bold-faced lying about the
he was bold-faced lying. Okay. Absolutely.
Okay, because they tried a lot of women, and and this is...
Welcome back to Little Black Book. You already know what time it is, baby. Listen, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for the notifications as well. For those of you who are returnees, you ain't got the minerals, baby. Listen, it's a new time of adventure, baby. Listen, are you Maddie Madeline gay? Listen, you got the power. Listen. Alright, let's get into the video. We're talking about Alexis and her recent interview that she did on radio. Not sure what the radio station was, but I think she knew the radio host as well, because it sounded like he was explaining some of the things that obviously that she was like in school as well.
Us by keeping it too real.
Yeah, you used to have no filter when you was
it's like
so potentially they've got an existing relationship there. First things first, let's deal with the issue at hand. Alexis blatantly came on here and said this kiss went down. If that is the case, somebody's lying.
Man, like, bro, you know you kissed Alexis. Like, come on,
some real shit. Like, so
none of us buying that. You know, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think.
I said it's in the other video. Not only that, when she did this interview, I actually copied the link, posted it to London, and said, my brother, listen, my girl's telling me that she definitely had a kiss of you. My guy, talk to me. Are you saying that this kiss happened or not? Man said the kiss did not happen. She's lying. Okay, so if my girl's lying, that means somebody lying. Because obviously I understand he's telling me something, but I have to go by what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. And until he comes onto the screen and says it himself to everybody else, I'm inclined not to take the position. You get what I'm saying? Because what kind of reason do you have? Now he told me a reason. But obviously, I'm going on like as if I don't know. What reason do you have that you're not coming out and saying something in correlation to this? Do you know what I'm saying? So she blatantly said that, you know, this kiss happened. Not only did she say that, she actually said he's a cold-blooded liar too.
Oh, he was bold-faced lying. Okay. Absolutely.
So she's outing him as well. She said, listen, he's a cold-blooded liar, fam. You understand? Cold-blooded liar. Can you imagine someone calling you a cold-blooded liar? Fam, I said it again. If someone said it to me, I'm coming to defend my territory.
Oh, he was bold-faced lying. Okay. Absolutely.
Because no way you can come and defame my name and my character, rude boy. You understand? Never that. So, yeah, that's always interesting. And I think this situation as it's playing out, you know, it's a testament as well to how people are. Somebody's lying. You know what I mean? Even if it's just a little bit, somebody's lying. And I think it's a testament to human beings in general, how nothing's ever straightforward. You know, and a situation where you think somebody should tell the truth, person can lie to your face. Now, listen, I can be honest with you. I've been in a situation, and I always say I've been in a situation, but I only talk about the ones that I've been in, where I asked the person, did you do this? Like, brother, like, you're doing this, innit? That's what you're doing. You're doing this particular action. Person looked to me dead in the square in the eyes and told me, nah, they're not. Fam, but I knew they were. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so that lets you know the depths of what people will do in order to defend themselves and their own reputation and name, and the embarrassment that they're gonna face if they admit this. Do you know what I'm saying? So sometimes people are locked in with embarrassment, with shame. They are scared to let that be shown, especially on the national television. Do you know what I mean? But definitely, something's gonna have to give. Because she's calling him a cold-blooded liar. He's saying that he definitely didn't kiss her. Somebody lying. Not only that, she actually affirmed and said, also, this freeway call happened.
I don't think people get that. But if he initiated the call, no one was calling him out, though, for it. It was just like, Alexis, so childish. And I'm like, if boys say, hold on, and then just dial over and call. You ever been on a phone call with somebody? Remember back in the day, you been and got
a few times.
Into a three-way on accident? You like, what the hell?
Nah, I got my feelings hurt on one time. It was quite a sad experience for me, you know what I mean?
Bring it back.
Yeah. I'm glad DMs exist now and nobody's three-way.
Yeah, you can't get three-way
as much.
Now you just get screenshot. Now,
you know
screenshot is the new three-way phone call on you know, with the mute on.
Yeah,
I guess it's screenshot.
So,
but yeah,
let me explain that. I really want to explain that.
Go ahead.
Okay, so in a normal setting in life, would I
What am I supposed to do? I still don't really fully believe that because the way she was behaving. Plus, she always talks about receipts, but receipts never come. I'm a bit not sure. Do you get me? So I'm not 100% sure on that. But we move. And what was interesting as well is I think Alexis obviously stated as well that she did come there to love. She did come there to love. She wanted to find love. She wanted to find somebody who would, I guess, meet a standard, etc., etc. And what was interesting is that when I spoke to London, he also affirmed that. He said, yeah, she was. She was looking for that. Do you know what I mean? So there was truth that was spread by her, and she also said it as well. I believe in this interview, and she said it previously as well at the reunion, where she said, I'm real, I'm truthful, I'm real, etc., etc. And she mentioned again how that's why she wanted to tell Alexis. Now, that she wanted to tell Devyne this. Now, like I said, if Alexis is telling the truth about everything, I would say I would eat my hat, but to be honest, I think that would be too generous. Do you know what I'm saying? Because anything can happen. People lie these days like there's no tomorrow. Do you get me? Like, as much as I believe more so Devyne and London in some of the instances, but I wouldn't be surprised if Alexis was telling the truth on everything. Everything. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised, because this world, people do a lot to hide to not have their dignity, have some leeway for Alexis around. Supposedly, I guess the audience calling her immature. By stating the ages of Devyne and London, that the fact that they're older, etc., etc. I mean, to be honest, I hope I haven't called Alexis immature, because I don't think she's immature. I think she's playing a game. I think she knows how she's playing the game. I think that she's doing her own kind of thing, right? And I've always said this as well, that I said in my last video where I got kind of shocked for it when I was saying about Alexis and the game that she's playing, that some people don't like Alexis just because she's able to do something that they can't do. I'm not saying everybody's like that, but sometimes this is what happens. A lot of women will dislike another woman just because of the things that she can do without them able to do it. Oh, it's the fact that whenever she talks to this person, the guy always responds but doesn't respond to them. Suddenly they hate the girl and everything about her is wrong. You know what I mean? So you've got to kind of watch out for those ones. Not only that, Alexis made a point as well about the fact that, when she was in Ready to Love at the beginning, she found out the girls or the people were doing alliances.
Tell you something, there were women on my show that were trying to create alliances to take me out.
Oh, I'm sure.
Wow.
You understand? So
spicy.
With that said, am I going to participate in a three-way call so I can find out who's lying, who isn't? There's a lot I could
There's games
pick
to be
up,
played,
right?
You
got to play the game if you own the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually like when people play the game, because it is a show.
Yeah.
They're doing this for a reason, and it's not just, are you really looking for love? It's a bit of an angle to this.
Well, it was disappointing.
Which is natural, because obviously human beings in grouping, psychology-wise, they are going to conform to their own social groups of people who match their theology, their values and attitudes. So that's understandable. But I get her point, that the fact that they made alliances to try and get her out, and that's what I was saying about the fact that sometimes women, when they see another woman doing something that they wish they could, tend to then or doing something that even they were doing previously, and they will try to intervene. They can sometimes try to intervene by being almost, I don't want to say a hater, but the dislike comes in. Do you get me? It was interesting as well, because obviously she mentioned about the fact that with Jarrett, her friend, but she actually said, my problem with him is, and then kind of corrected herself about being a friend. She said, he was my friend. Like, he was my friend. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, as if that she's launched him and left him now. Now, I said that when they had the Kerry and her conversation. I said, I see that he likes her. I see that he just wants her. I see that, he's trying to do a bit much, protective, but really, because he likes her. And that's natural, you know what I mean? Let's not pretend, you know what I mean?
My issue with Jay being my best friend, or was my best friend or whatever, I would bring him around, and he's secretly in love with me.
Yeah?
Yeah. So he tries to run everyone away.
Trying to run interference all the time.
Told you that.
You could have told me that.
I have a thing, and we'll discuss dating a little bit, but ladies out there, I have a thing. I think most of y'all problem is that y'all have a friend that is perfect candidate to be your man right now in your life, and you just don't tap that button. And so therefore, every chick I know usually, I'm like, is there a dude that you call anytime? Like, yeah, my friend,
We get it. You know what I mean? It's natural. You know what I mean? But what was interesting was the way that she was addressing it by, you know, even the interviewer was saying about the fact that this guy's going to die a slow death because, you know, he likes you and you're not acknowledging him. And this is something that women have to take, you know, I say women always take advantage of, because a lot of women know a guy likes them. Like Alexis said, you don't want to jeopardize the friendship. So, by the fact that she said, you don't want to jeopardize the friendship, I think that kind of alludes to what I'm saying, the fact that you know, ladies, sometimes that this guy likes you, but you refuse to acknowledge it. And I don't blame you, because sometimes it's like you don't want to cause a ruckus. If you jump first, you're being pretentious and you might be facetious, and you might also be conceited for thinking that. Do you know what I'm saying? I know already if I felt a girl was going to run me game by asking me, oh, do you like me? And I've done this before. When I was younger, I remember a girl was like, do you like me? And I was like, in my heart, I was like, yeah, I do like you, but I am never going to admit it because I feel like you're going to run game. You're not going to be honest. You're not going to be gentle with me. You're going to use it against me. So when I saw that, I was like, nah. But she may not have done, but that's what I perceived. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes what you perceive isn't always the truth, man.
But you don't want to jeopardize your friendship. It's like
he does.
Men do.
Look, I ain't never heard a dude like, you know what though? I just don't want to justify a bond. Though.
That's true.
We feel like it's just going to enhance the bond.
You know what I mean? So I think for her, she, you know, kind of said it as well. You know, she agreed with the fact it would be a slow death, but like she said, she didn't want to jeopardize the friendship. And she said as well, he's in love with me. And the way she said it, she was excited. She was enjoying it. She loved the attention, and I got no problem with that. Just be real. You know, you enjoy the attention. I enjoy the attention. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when a girl, you know, holler at you feel nobody nice. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a sweetie pie. You're a chocolate, man. You were sweet. You know what I mean? You're nice. You're loyal. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand that. Do you know what I mean? It was just the way that she spoke about it, and I was like, this boy is deeply in the friend zone, and he's not getting out. And not only that, you know, she knows that he likes her, and that's the deepest thing. When they know, fam, you're finished. You're finished. You're finished. And the reason why I feel like women normally keep these kind of guys around is, one, sometimes, you know what, it's hard to get another male perspective, someone that you trust that would tell you the truth in it about the male perspective of male mind. So I get that. Another issue is that there's a role that these men are playing oftentimes in your life. Chauffeur, chef, you know what I'm saying, financer, banker, counselor, you know what I mean? You know, your photographer, your filmer, your comedian. Like, they play a certain role in your life that you don't want them to get rid of. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them to go. And so therefore, you know, you try to keep them in a certain place. You don't acknowledge the truth or the fact that what you see in this person likes you. And I get it. You know what I'm saying?
We had a really, really good conversation. Yeah. However, our producers asked for his mother to ask about the cabin. Mm-hmm. So I had to talk about London.
That's why they asked about the cabin. Yes. I was like, that's strange for these older young ladies to be asking. Yeah. So tell us about the cabin, baby.
They don't care about the cabin. You know what I mean?
Up at the cabin. Anything at the cabin.
I think the thing that was interesting, I think, for me was the fact that, you know, she spoke about Brent's mum and Brent's grandma, I think it was. The fact that the producers actually pushed this narrative. And yeah, I saw that. I mean, because when you look at it, it's so odd. Why would Brent's mum ask the question about cabin? She weren't there, first of all. Unless Brent is snitching, she would have never asked that. Was she interested in the cabin anyway? Because she just wasn't there. She didn't know that went down. So why is she interested? And I think that was a bit forced by Owen as well. I think they got to own up to that. If you're going to do it well. As my dad always says, if you're going to do something, do it well. If you're going to be editing, pasting and cutting and asking questions that would not normally be asked, cut it, paste it well and let us not see. You understand? The moment we see, it's not a good one. You feel me?
A spade, and you're flipping the whole game around on me. Yeah. Like this is me, you know what I mean? And it's like if we were to hold men accountable as women when they get with a real woman like myself, and they're not like baffled, like, well, what is this? You know what I mean? It's like I'm not asking for too much. This is just standards.
Okay.
So I think that's a challenge.
Okay, so that kind of leads in. It was kind of interesting. Kind of led right into where I'm going to go with this. Okay, so my first question would be this then. when you say the standard, what is your standard? Let's start there. If any fellas is out there listening right now, listen up.
Can we go deeper into what you mean by standard? So she can give a better explanation.
So when I say standard, I mean what qualifies a male to play at your arena.
Okay.
I see where we're going.
Oh, I love
like
that.
how you're giving it up.
Okay. First of all, you need to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and take care of yourself as a man.
Okay.
I want you to know who you are as a man.
Okay.
Okay. So have a good foundation on faith.
Okay.
Believe in God.
Okay.
You know, your character. I love a man with a good character, integrity, and all of that. Like, you know, I don't like to play games.
All right.
So authenticity is what I spoke about earlier. That's a real thing for me. It's a lifestyle. You know, you need to be able to be comfortable in your truth, good, bad, or indifferent.
Right.
I need you to
be real.
Be real.
Okay.
Because that's what's gonna. A surviving relationship with me is a man that is comfortable when things get uncomfortable.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I do not like to play games. So if you can take care of yourself, you're about your business, you're honest, you have faith, then I think you have a fighting
and you can
chance.
be Darcy.
I think the final point that Alexis was kind of making was also around the fact that the standards in dating. I've always found that the men's standard is so much lower in terms of accountability, in terms of their action. A lot of men don't take accountability for what they do, and that's frustrating even for me, because I'm like, when I try to talk to men about this, they dismiss it so much. And it's like, without that responsibility, that accountability, you guys move mad, and you can hurt a lot of females in the process. And you may not care now, but you understand this. Just the same way we understand sexual consent when it's your own daughter. When it's your own bum, you understand sexual assault and you understand rape, isn't it? But you don't understand it when you're not doing it. When it's not your own potential body. And it's the exact same way in this as well. Men understand accountability. They understand doing something wrong. They understand playing a girl's heart when it's their daughter, their mum, their sister. They understand suddenly. But when it's their own, can't find them. So yeah, I think for me the interview was a good one. It was an interesting one. Back to a lot of points that we said already was happening. I mean, what was your guys' views? Something that I missed? Pick up anything that I missed, because I only focused on like in the middle section. But pick up some of the stuff that I missed, and just kind of let me know what your thoughts and feelings were about the interview as well. Guys, you already know what time it is. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Click on that bell button for the notifications, baby. Listen, you're Maddie Lean. Let's get it in, baby.